everyone, and welcome back to the 23rd episode of the Morning Chisme. Sister, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, but now you have, I have a song stuck in my head, and I sung it out loud.
Correct.
And now you can't stop singing it.
Correct.
And it's
5, 6, 7, 8.
I can slay. Wait, I was watching TikToks, and the girlies are eating it up this year.
I love how we have just gotten so creative when it comes to costumes.
I agree. Bravo. This girl and her boyfriend, he was an Amazon driver and she was the package.
I love that. People are so funny.
I know.
Like, not that slutty isn't in anymore because, you know,
I love a slutty outfit.
is the one time a year where girls can dress like a total slut.
Yeah. And I love that.
Yeah. I love that so much. But also the creativity.
A1.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I've seen so many cute outfits. There's a lot of Sabrinas out there, a lot of Chapel Roans. There's been a lot of different mixes, and I'm here for it. Like, I love seeing everyone just come out with creative outfits.
Yeah.
And I like the ones that are also niche. Like, an entire friend group was Vanderpump Rules, and I'm like, if you didn't watch the show, you probably don't know who they are, but I got it in like a second.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
Me personally, though, I will not be going out for Halloween, but like, I understand the allure.
I will be going out for Halloween.
Okay, period.
Should I keep it a secret?
I mean, unless you want the listeners to know.
I do want the listeners to know.
Well, then tell them.
I'm going to be Fran from The Nanny.
I like your outfit, though.
Thank you.
Keep the outfit a mystery, obviously.
I will keep it a mystery until the day of.
It's going to be cute. I saw a preview, and she's slaying it.
I thrifted it.
Period. You're in your thrifting era?
Yeah, I loved it.
Do you feel like thrifting is, like, fun?
You definitely have to, like, it's work.
Yeah. I feel like it's one of those things where you have to be really patient.
Yeah.
Like, you have to find, like, a gem amongst non-gems.
My Belly and Steph, my best friends, they thrift, and they're so good at it. That's how I've kind of gotten into it.
It's definitely a talent. I feel like there's people out there who are really, really good at it, and I don't have the patience. And I don't like going in the store.
Yeah, I don't have the patience to go shopping in general. But I wanted to find a specific something that I found for the costume, so.
It was a win.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to see your costume. You're going to look very cute. From the preview, I'm like, okay, she's going to kill it. But overall, how's your weekend?
It's good. I went walking today.
I know. I was supposed to go, but I wasn't feeling well.
I know you weren't. It was okay.
It was not my morning, but you guys look like you had a good time. You went to an aloe walk?
Yeah.
That's fun.
My first time going into aloe.
What do you think? Is it like vibes?
It's cute, but it's expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
Like $58 for a shirt.
For a shirt?
Yeah. So like, imagine I went thrifting earlier this week and I got a shirt for $4. So you know what I mean? Like I'm more towards the $4 than the $58.
Yeah, I definitely think that when it comes to athleisure, there's like such great quality out there, but that's not that expensive. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like when I see Aloe or Lululemon, I'm like, I understand why the girlies love those brands, but at the same time, I know there's a legging out there that's same.
Like a dupe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel
and the girlies on TikTok find the dupes and they let us know. So I'm like, I am going to find the dupe.
And TikTok Shop. I feel like you can get the same quality somewhere on TikTok Shop. Like, I know it's not the same brand. It's not the high or brand, but you're still getting good quality.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm like, when a brand is charging you $100 legging, I feel like that's like highway robbery. That's crazy.
$128.
And the girlies are buying multiples.
I know. And, you know, if you have it like that, that's great. But I personally don't. And so, like, I can't. You know, $128 for a pair of leggings.
Or whenever like Balenciaga or like some big brand, like designer will sell like a tank top for like $900. I'm like, are you okay? Like, I don't know what brand I was looking at the other day. They had a white tank top, okay? White cotton tank top for $298. What is this tank top going to do for me?
Yeah.
Like, that is not, no. Like,
yeah.
I feel like when you get to like the 200 and up range, it has to be like a really nice dress, like a really nice jacket, or something that's like full body, like a jumpsuit of some sort.
Yeah.
But when they're, robbing us out here, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
In this economy.
I know.
I can't.
I can't either. Even if I had the money, I don't think I could.
Yeah. I think the circumstance is like weddings and stuff. Like, I'll buy a nice gown.
Of course.
Like a nice gown.
Even then, I'm like $98.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah, I'm just really cheap.
That's fair though. I mean, I feel like for one time, it's like, okay.
I'd rather pay for an experience. Like a trip.
That's fair.
I will ball out on a trip. For clothes, no.
Yeah. No, for sure. Something that I will ball out on to a certain degree is makeup as well, which brings me to my next point, and I want to know your thoughts on this. So Patrick Ta came out with a new like duo eyeshadow, the Dimension eyeshadow, and it's beautiful, okay? But it is $42. And
how many
It's two of them.
Two shades?
Yes, but it's very like pearl, like iridescent, like beautiful, okay? And Michaela Noguera, who's like the very popular, like controversial makeup artist on TikTok, made a video comparing it to e.l.f. And now people are like feeling like the way she went about it was like really rude. And Jeffree Star called her out and a bunch of other people are calling her out. And she has a contract with e.l.f., which makes me annoyed because I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's not what she's saying that's wrong, but there's so many brands who are charging more for less, right?
Yeah.
And so it was like making me think like $42 for two, like these are like pearl pressed eyeshadows. Like these are not like just like, you know what I mean? Like a normal shade. So I was like, okay, like, I don't know. I just didn't like the way she went about it. I was like, and then Patrick Talk came out and gave a statement, just kind of giving more thoughts on the
Not
shadows.
The makeup community.
I know. And I was just
I like Patrick Talk.
Me too. And so I was like, I just can't. I honestly, it might not even be that she was wrong. I just cannot stand her. Like, I feel like she's one of those makeup artists that like she exaggerates to benefit her, which fine. Like, you're getting paid.
Remember when she was like, they were questioning her because she like used a mascara and then she put on falsies.
Yeah, and she 100% put on falsies. So
I know, she tried to say that she didn't.
I know. I'm like,
and then she said that she did, right?
She never admitted it, but it's been proven that she did.
Oh goodness.
So she's like, it just annoyed me because like in the first video she posted about Patrick Ta's eyeshadows, she was raving about them, but somebody was like $42 in the comment section, and then she grabs two from e.l.f., which she's, you know, contractually binded to, and then she talks like kind of down on the. So I'm like, make up your mind. Yeah, it's just frustrating. And then I saw
it. You can say like the eyeshadows are beautiful, but they're extremely expensive. You know, like two things can be true.
Yeah, but those eyeshadows, the way that they are, and if you have a minute after this, like go look them up, those are gonna last you forever. Like those eyeshadows are like very beautiful. I was like, it pissed me off so much that she talked about it that I was like, I'm gonna go buy one, because I was like, ugh.
Was this kind of like the Amrezy highlighter vibe?
Yeah, it's like something that you're gonna have for a long time, but it's gonna be iconic forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
does it give like the wet look for your eyelids?
It's like very beautiful.
Sorry, I just don't know much about makeup.
I'll show you after this, but you're gonna be like, oh my god, that's so gorgeous. Like, and there's like a bunch of different like ones that you can pick from, and so I don't know, she doesn't sit well with me, but she got called out by a bunch of people, and honestly, as she should, because she's annoying.
Jeffree Star called her out.
Yeah. Well, Jeffree doesn't like her because he thinks that she's fake as fuck.
If Jeffree doesn't like you, that's crazy.
Yeah, and he will not hold back.
Yeah, he does not.
Yeah, like as much as everybody hates Jeffree Star, and that's fine.
I don't hate him.
A lot of people do because they think he's cruel or whatever. Jeffree is always very honest about the reviews.
And I think that's why I don't hate Jeffree, because like I'm not someone who's like in the makeup world a lot, because I just don't know how to do makeup like in a very fancy way. I feel like any review that I watch of his, I know that I can trust what he's saying, because he's like, he'll buy his own things and he's like, this is my review on this, and I don't know, I feel like I can trust his reviews on things. Like, he's not, you know, biased.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why I have such a problem with Michaela. And I mean, she doesn't know who I am, so like, it doesn't. My opinion is irrelevant to hers, obviously. But I think that people have a problem with Michaela because it's never realistic what she's saying. Like, it's always exaggerated. It's never factual based on her actual thoughts. It's like based on money, and she has such a following, so like people are going to believe her, right? And I think with Jeffree, like, he has proven back in the YouTube days before he was on TikTok, his reviews didn't matter who you were. It didn't matter if you were Kylie, if you were, you know, Natasha Denona, if you were Charlotte Tilbury. Like, he judged your product based on the product, not on who you are. And I think that's different with Michaela, and I get why you called her out. And honestly, I just felt so bad for Patrick Ta, like, having to come out and make a statement. Like, that's so dumb. Like, she just put him in a weird position because her name and her like word carries. Which is crazy to me because I think she's a liar. So
Interesting.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a fucking hater, but I definitely can't stand her.
You know what I saw that you posted actually on your TikTok? That a content creator said that Rauw Alejandro put out better music when he was with Rosalia or something like that.
Yes.
I need him to be so fucking for real. He has to be like a Rosalia fan.
So I went and watched the entire video because I was like, I need full context. And he said Rauw Alejandro might be in trouble when he was with Rosalia. When he was, you know, coming out with Vice Versa and Afrodisiaco, he had like a muse, and he was like really hungry to get a seat at the table. But after they broke up, he's like worried that he doesn't have like that flavor anymore for Cosa Nuestra that's coming out in a few weeks. And that when he was with Rosalia, that's how people got to know him. And I'm like, that is a crazy thought. That is crazy to me.
Yeah.
That is wild.
That is wild.
Because I will say this time and time again, Rauw Alejandro is so talented, but he was talented before he started dating Rosalia and after he dated Rosalia, but he also consistently gets better. Like, he's always doing more.
Yeah.
And he has such a stage presence. He's always experimenting with new sounds. He's extremely talented. Like, I found that so crazy. And I understand that people in Rosalia's fan base might have gotten to know him for the first time because they were dating, but that
doesn't mean that other people didn't know who he was. That is actually crazy. And though I get the whole, like, having a muse, right? Having someone to sing about and things like that, I have to disagree.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I disagree wholeheartedly because you could say it in the other way too. Some of Rosalia's best music came out when she was with Rauw Alejandro.
Yeah, and a lot of people didn't know who Rosalia was until Rauw Alejandro.
Exactly.
It's
the same thing.
It can go both ways.
Yeah, but I see it more often being said about Rauw Alejandro, where people are like, oh, no one knew him until Rosalia made him. And I'm like, you guys clearly were never listening to reggaeton beforehand then. Well, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard for me to believe because
I personally had heard of Rauw Alejandro before I heard of Rosalia.
The only reason I heard of Rosalia, and this isn't a dig, this is just from my experience, right? Because my experience isn't the same as everybody else's. I heard of Rosalia because she came out with a song with J Balvin. And Con Altura, that was the first time I heard of her because she was performing at ACL. And I was like, oh, there's another Spanish artist performing at ACL. I want to know who this is so that I can like enjoy multiple performances. So I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very excited for his album. It comes out
in
excited.
3 weeks. 18 songs.
I know. It's going to be great.
I feel like that's pretty long for an album. Are we seeing 18-song long albums these days? 18 songs long album?
I feel like artists started putting out like shorter or like EPs.
Like 12?
Yeah, 12 is a popular number. But like
that's
I also see like 15.
Yeah. So 18's a lot.
I think that's a pretty good number.
Yeah, I'm excited. We have a couple of weeks to go, but
yeah, no, it's going to be great. And I'm also excited to see who he collabs with.
I know.
He hasn't revealed, so
I need him to just reveal.
He won't. I think it's like the element of surprise. Kind of like when Bad Bunny released his album and we didn't know who was on it until you heard the music.
Yeah. He didn't even put it on the album.
He didn't put it on the song.
Yeah.
So I was like,
like song 3, it's like Miko.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what? But it's going to be great. I think that content creator, of course, entitled to his own opinion, is very wrong, but
that's just our opinion.
Yeah, and then at the end, he was like, Rauw Alejandro and Rosalia need to get back together. And although at one point I really wanted them to get back together, I don't know if I feel that way anymore. I feel like too much time has passed.
It's been a year, right?
And a year and some change, like 4 months.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know. I feel like I love them so much together, but it would never be the same. Unless they told me what happened, and then I would...
then I would decide if I feel the same. I'm always going to say, I would love to know what happened. There has to be a lot of pain there for both of them, you know? But I do think there's probably more pain for him.
Yeah.
Because when he came out with Hanyana Hami, I was like, bitch, this man is not begging, but he's like pleading. You know what I mean? Like, he was on his knees crying, fucking throwing up.
That's crazy.
And like, and it wasn't the kind of energy that's like, you knew what happened. Like, it was like, he was like blindsided.
I feel like I would have folded.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, he's gorgeous. But, like, at the same time, there's a lot that happened behind closed doors that we don't know about. So, I wonder, but I do wonder if he's going to address any of that in his new album.
I guess we'll have to see.
I guess we will. Something that I did see this week that I was like, okay, let's normalize not saying these things, is people making posts about thinking that Karol G is pregnant.
Oh, I saw that.
And I'm like, what? And then I saw more of what they were talking about, like her looking pregnant. Bitch, it was just like a very bad angle, and that was it.
Yeah, and even if she is pregnant, like, I think when people start to speculate if someone is pregnant and is not pregnant, first of all, you don't know if they want kids, right?
Yeah.
We know that Karol G wants kids because she has said this, but in general, you don't know if someone wants kids. You don't know about their, you know, if they have fertility issues. It's better to just not make comments like that. Like, sometimes people could just be bloated.
Or she just gained a few pounds.
Or she gained weight. Or she could be pregnant. You don't know, but it's weird to make those assumptions.
Yeah, it's very strange. And also, like, she could have just had a bad angle. Like, it could have been not that serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she was, like, on stage. So it's like, okay, she's moving around. It probably just... there's been many pictures where I look, like, horrendous. And I'm sure... I'm like, okay, that's not my best day, you know?
Yeah.
So it was just not that serious, and it was just taken, and I saw a few people post about it, but, you know, she's doing her thing. She's also at the peak of her career, so I understand people are wanting to, like, hear more about her life, see more into her life, but I do think that her and Fade are going to continue to be super private about their relationship.
Which I love that for them. Even though I would love to see more, I love that for them.
I think it's because of her relationship with Anuel that was so public that I think she's just going to keep that to herself. Yeah. Because, like, that one was really public. Like, they were performing together. They were going everywhere together. Like, it was a lot. And I think maybe she was like, okay, maybe that wasn't necessarily what I needed to do. And now she's like 10 times more famous.
Yeah.
So it's like people are
For
just like
sure.
picking into her life.
Yeah.
And that's just like not necessary.
Yeah, I think that she should keep private whatever she feels like she needs to keep private.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I think that if I was a celebrity, that's what I would do.
Yeah, because like people feel so entitled to your
Yeah.
privacy. Ugh, I would be so annoyed. Like, get away from me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when people are like, I went to dinner the other night and Ariana Grande didn't want to say hi to me, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, and why does she have to?
Yeah.
Like, you're a stranger. I need you to get that through your mind. Like,
Yeah.
you're not, yes, you're a fan of her music. You are not her friend. And of course, like, would I be sad if I went up to a celebrity and they didn't want to say hi to me? Like, of course. But like, okay, like,
Yeah.
they don't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
And I just feel like a lot of celebrities like feel like they have to be nice because it's gonna end up somewhere.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I watched Zendaya was getting out of a car with Tom Holland, her boyfriend, and like the paparazzi was swarming her.
I know.
And Tom Holland like pushed him out of the way. Like, get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
Like, go.
Yeah.
Oh, that would piss me off. Like,
I think that the paparazzi would piss me off more than the fans.
oh yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, like they seem, I understand that's their job, but damn, like, do y'all not breathe? Like, do y'all not
No.
take a break?
No, and the picture's more important than anything else. And it's like, damn, like you can't even have a bad day.
Yeah.
Like you can't even have like a wedgie or
Yeah.
a booger or have a zit. Like, do you ever see like there like a TMZ article? It's like so and so looking rough, walking to the whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like seen out looking rough.
Yeah.
Like, damn. I can't even
The other
look
day
rough.
they had one that was like, Aaron Rodgers eats his booger on TV or something like that during the game.
Oh my
And then he
God.
was like, I've never,
Wait, really?
I swear to God.
Oh my god.
I swear, let me look for it. Yeah. It was like,
I'm dead and I
literally-
have not seen this. Like,
yeah, I
like
swear to you.
Like, can you imagine like just like having a moment of weakness, like any kind of embarrassing moment, and you're like fucked because you're famous and you know
Yeah.
everyone's gonna know about it. Like,
Yeah, I would honestly, especially about something like this. Like, let me look it up.
so-
Aaron Rodgers eat boogers. I
I had not
swear
heard
to
of
you.
this.
Aaron Rodgers responds to video of him eating his boogers. Aaron Rodgers denies eating a booger on live TV. I swear to you, like it
Damn,
was
like
news.
let a bitch eat his boogers in peace.
He was in the middle of the game and he was sitting on the bench,
and they zoomed in.
and I guess
You can't even like do anything in peace.
Yeah.
Like if he wants to eat his boogers, like gross, but like let him live.
yeah, like it's just so crazy to me. And then like the fact, so I saw that, right? TMZ posted that, and then I see him like denying the claims. like,
Damn. Oh, like
Just-
damn. I think it's like they cannot catch you slipping. That would literally send me into like, you know,
I'm always slipping.
yeah, I'm always like the way I have gone to Chipotle in two different shoes before, but like it's down the street. Like what the fuck does it matter?
Yeah.
But like if I was famous, people would be recording it. Like
Yeah.
have one bad day and it's over.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna see you. Like remember when Ariana Grande licked the donut and it was like she had to go on Good Morning America to talk about it? Like maybe she was just.
Why did she lick the
I don't know.
donut?
That's
though?
fucking disgusting. I don't know what the fuck.
She licked it and put it back.
Yeah, it was like a whole thing, and she was okay. She was also rude, apparently, but like. You can't have a moment like where you like do something
Yeah.
fucking insane and
Yeah.
it be like that one moment that happened and no one else talks about it.
Yeah.
Like the amount of anxiety that I would
Good
have.
Morning America.
Yes, bitch. You don't remember this?
This was a while back, right?
Yeah, dude. Like everything is on camera these days.
Yeah.
Like everything. You cannot even sneeze and people will know.
You can't even pick your nose.
No, you can't. Like maybe
As
he
I-
was just I don't even know.
Yeah.
He didn't know where to put it.
Yeah.
So he was like, it's already been inside of me, so I guess it is what it is.
Oh my god.
Ah, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Poor him to make a statement.
Yeah.
To just and for it to make the news. Aaron Rodgers denies eating boogers on live TV.
And it's like the internet is forever.
Yeah.
Like if I was a celebrity, I just want to know, like, do they ever just like Google themselves? I'd be like pissed.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like this probably did happen. Like this probably was true. What about the shit that's not even true that people are saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I'd be exhausted. I
Yeah.
would be denying claims left and right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that bitch at Walmart that said I was rude to her, I've never been to Walmart or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because people can say anything.
Yeah.
People can really say anything. Like, I could have said that I met Halsey last night.
Yeah.
How would you know that wasn't true?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, people be
It's wild.
And this, like, our generation of today is like very focused on like getting everything on camera. And like, don't get me wrong, I love an in-camera moment, but like, it's like a read the room sitch.
Yeah.
It's very, very intense. But speaking of intense. This week, we had
a lot of things happen this week.
We had a lot of things happen this week. And I feel like it's one of those weeks that I feel like was like kind of like all over the place. Like
all over the place.
It wasn't like, oh, okay. Like, you know what I mean?
It wasn't like a tea that kind of like followed another tea that kind of followed another tea. It was like everybody was just
everywhere
and chaotic.
Yeah, very much so. Did you happen to watch Beyonce at the Harris rally?
No, I did not.
Okay, so she was at here in Houston.
Yeah.
So Beyonce attended the Harris rally, and people were like wondering if she was going to show up. People were like, "What if Beyonce shows up?" And then she shows up, right?
Yeah.
She gives a speech, and then apparently Amber Rose jokes around and said that Beyonce copied her speech.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need Amber Rose to be so for real.
Yeah. Apparently she was just trolling. It literally came out just not that long ago that she was just making fun. She was like, "Can I just like make fun of my friend or something like that?" But I'm just like,
yeah. Does Beyonce think you're friends?
maybe they're friends.
I mean, so Amber Rose used to date Kanye West, like
Right.
back in the day, because she had gone on a radio show and said that the reason that Nicki Minaj was on Monsters, a song with all of them, was because she discovered her. I don't know, something like that. But that was
Who discovered who?
Amber Rose discovered Nicki Minaj. It was like this whole thing. But
Really?
allegedly. So Amber Rose used to date Kanye, and Kanye used to be really good friends with Jay-Z. I'm assuming that's the connection, right?
But like, I thought Nicki was already popular at the time.
Yeah, I don't know what she said in that interview that like, it didn't really make sense because she said that she had discovered like Nicki Minaj and like recommended her to.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was.
You know what's so crazy? I've seen a lot of people. Obviously, you know, the presidential election is coming around. I actually voted this week as well.
Period.
One of the things I did this week, and a lot of people are like talking bad about the fact that, you know, Beyonce went to the Harris rally and like, and I just like don't understand because like,
Did you think she was a Trump supporter?
No, not even about being a Trump supporter, but like the fact that people are mad that she went to the Harris rally and they're like, oh, what do they think, these Democrats, what do they think they're going to do getting all these artists going to their rallies and stuff like that. But artists have also gone to the Trump rallies.
Yes.
So like, I don't understand.
It's because it's more like the more popular artists.
Yeah, like Amber Rose went to a Trump rally. Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, you had Kid Rock. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, you
just
know,
because the It Girls are voting for Harris doesn't mean.
It's so crazy though, because like people are literally like, oh, these Democrats having, you know, Beyonce, who do they think they are? They think that Beyonce. I'm like, y'all had people too, like,
Yeah, you had Bryce Hall. I mean, it's true. Like, they're honestly, it's jealousy.
Nicky Jam.
Yeah,
Nicky Jam.
It's because they want someone big too, and it's like they're gonna shit on Beyonce and Taylor because like Taylor and Beyonce have pull. You know what I mean?
It's just crazy to me because I'm like, are we not watching the same thing?
No, dude. It's like it to them. It doesn't matter because they're doing it. This like if other people are doing it, it's wrong.
Interesting stuff.
But also, it makes me wonder. Like people were like, I was shocked that Beyonce was there. Like Trump supporters, like, did you ever think that Beyonce was gonna not like vote for Trump or Harris? Like she was never gonna vote for Trump.
Yeah.
Same thing with Eminem. I'm like, have y'all ever listened to this man's music? He was never gonna vote for Trump.
Yeah, sometimes I wish people would just like take a step back and like really think before making the comments that they make because it's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't shocked when Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Eminem, any of them announced that they're voting for Harris. Like, I wasn't.
Yeah.
It did not surprise me. It would have surprised me more if they had been like, yeah, I'm voting for Trump.
Yeah.
You know? Like, the same thing with Bryce Hall. Like, I wasn't shocked that he's voting for Trump. Like, that makes sense in my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, same with Kid Rock. Like, I wouldn't see him as a Harris Walls kind of guy, you know?
Yeah.
But I think it just stems from the fact that they probably want someone huge. And I don't think anyone huge has came out as a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Like, who's a huge, like, A++ artist that's, like, voting
That's
for
true.
Trump, you know? It's usually like the C and D's.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sorry. You can't hate us because we're popular. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, you guys. But yeah, Amber Rose, that's, it's so crazy because it's Beyonce. Like,
Yeah,
you know
the
what I mean?
fact that she was like, she literally copied my speech.
Like, Beyonce has people.
Yeah.
And probably like a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
you probably have one person.
like
I'm just
Beyonce
kidding.
wasn't like on her notes app, like, this is what I'm going to say.
This is what Amber said, and I'm gonna copy her.
Like, she didn't
But
go
and
to-
I understand that Amber was just trolling, but people obviously have not taken this. She might have said that she was just trolling because she received so much backlash from people. Like, people were literally like, "Be so fucking for real."
But I mean, she does need to be so fucking for real, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If she wasn't trolling,
Yeah. And I'm sure she regrets saying it.
yeah,
Because, like, people don't play around about Beyonce.
Yeah.
Like, people do not.
Yeah.
You know? Even if you say something as a joke, it's not going to be perceived as a joke.
Yeah.
You know? But, you know, if she did copy her, like imagine if she did though.
Yeah.
I don't think Beyonce would. But
Yeah.
that would be so funny because like if I was that famous, if I was like A++, I would do it just to see if people noticed and then be
Really?
like, no, it wasn't me. Yeah, like because like just troll. Like you're at that point. I feel like Beyonce's at that level where like she could do anything.
I think it's because
Within
she
reason.
said that she's not coming to the rally as like an artist. She's coming as a mother. And I think that Amber Rose said that as well, that she's coming to,
like,
as a mother.
What other quality? Like she's not an artist. Is
So
she?
Amber?
Yes. Does she have music?
I don't think so.
She's. What is she like? I thought she was like some sort of like clothing. I thought she was like a.
I'm so sorry. I don't know.
I don't know what her profession is.
And this is like no shade, but I only knew of her because she dated Kanye, and then you know like
Wiz Khalifa.
and with Khalifa, yeah.
I knew she was like some sort of like a designer of some sort. I'm
Really?
pretty sure she had like a clothing line.
And then she has a tattoo on her forehead now.
Oh yeah. And then she also has she like was in a lot of music videos. So like that's how I saw her. But like she's not an artist unless we, you know,
Missed
Yeah, we
her
missed something.
artist era.
yeah. And I know this sounds shady, but this is
No, that's just
how
me
it-
being real.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's move on to the next topic. We have the Menendez brothers. So it has been said that they're now getting a second chance on parole.
Yes, resentencing.
Yes.
They're going to get resentenced, and if they get resentenced and found guilty of murder with parole, then it'll be time served because of the ages that they committed the crime, and they would be released for parole right away.
And if they're not found guilty, is that an option?
Yeah, but this is all I know.
Okay.
I literally sat there looking at the live because the LA district attorney was going to say like if he was going to, because the thing is they were not supposed to get this done until like the end of November, but a lot of people started like sending in like they just started overwhelming the LA district attorney, like so he decided to make the statement and make the decision earlier. And this is from what he said on his little speech. And he decided that he was going to recommend resentencing to the judge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a world where they come out.
Yeah. And, you know, I think that, you know, they endured so much ugliness within their family and whenever they were growing up. I mean, I understand that unaliving your parents is not a solution. But I also think that, like, once again, this is just my personal opinion. If you haven't been in their shoes, you can't really say anything because maybe that's the only way that they thought was their way out, right?
Yeah, that's very true.
And they have rehabilitated in jail. It's not like they went in there and, you know, joined gangs and started doing all these other things. Like they have rehabilitated, and that's what the LA district attorney has said. They have done so much in jail.
Damn. Yeah, no, I mean, of course, like,
And, you know, they were apart.
where?
Like they weren't in the same jail for like 20 years.
Oh my God.
That whenever they were sentenced, I didn't watch Monsters because I don't like Ryan Murphy. They put them in separate vans when they were taking them to jail. They didn't know it was the last time that they were going to see each other, and then they drove apart.
That's
and
so sad.
I like that.
Can they call each other?
Well, now they're in the same jail.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how long ago it was that they tried to make one of the brothers worked on, you know, getting on this like at the same jail as the other brother.
Damn.
I don't know if it's jail or prison. I know that there's like a difference between the two.
I think it's prison.
Okay.
Because I thought jail was like temporary. Prison is like where you stay
really?
permanently.
Oh, both are scary, I feel like.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So yeah,
I wish them the best because I can't
really
imagine.
do. I really do. I'm telling you, I was waiting on the live for like an hour. It felt like, and I'm really excited to see what their future holds. I think that.
Yeah, they've spent so much time behind bars.
I know.
And I can't imagine, like, in that scenario, you're almost in a survival instinct.
Yeah.
Of course, I've never been in that position, so I cannot speak from experience. But from what how it has come out about their story, like, you really don't see a way out. So you're like, this is the only way, like, at this point. You know what I mean?
It's like Gypsy.
Yeah, and I know that people dog on her.
Yeah.
And I understand that people are like, it should have been them, the Menendez brothers, and not Gypsy, which I'm like, that is so cruel.
I think that like when you endure some type of abuse from a parent, from someone, obviously like you don't know what to do, right? And Gypsy tried to tell people, you know, and I don't know, it's really heartbreaking, and I just wish him the very best. But I think that I know that a lot of people do like to pick on Gypsy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she does say some things that I'm like, okay, I can understand where people are coming from. Like, she's currently pregnant, and she said that she wished her mom would meet her child, or like how she doesn't know how to navigate that or whatever.
Yeah. And people were literally like,
I know, but it's like, I do think that she's saying, like, I wish my life wouldn't have gone the way it went because I want my daughter to have to have a grandmother.
I think it's a girl.
Oh, it's a girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get what she's saying, but I feel like people, I can understand why people are like, okay, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that my fear is that when they get out, they're going to do the same thing that they did to Gypsy. Like, Gypsy came out, people were so supportive, and then 2 weeks later they turned on her. And it's like, that's such a wild thing to take in. The world loves you. I
don't think that the Menendez brothers are going to be like that.
Really?
I think that Gypsy was younger. I think these are grown men. And I hope that people are ready in a sense of like, let's not go down that road.
Yeah, like to push them for more information. And people want to know everything. So we're like, I do see a world where they're like paparazzis all around them. Yeah. Like, they're getting followed everywhere. We know their every move.
I hope that they give them some space.
I really hope too, but I don't see that world, a world where that happens.
Yeah.
Because people don't know how to fucking chill.
Yeah.
They could be chilling at Olive Garden eating, and people are going to film them. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if they're going to go to Olive Garden, but I'm just saying, like, in a world where they're doing something very simple and just relaxing and enjoying life, like, after all this time, people are not going to let them just live.
Yeah.
And that's just a cold hard truth when it comes to those situations. Yeah. But I'm happy that they're getting this chance to get out, because I feel like that's a lot of time for something that you did out of survival.
Yeah.
But it is a very, I don't know, like, it's one of those things where you kind of like can't really speak on it until you've been in it. So
correct.
But yeah. Well, today we have the Chris Brown documentary. It's airing tonight. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of information that comes out.
I thought it was going to come out earlier today. So I was like, let's watch it and talk about it on the pod.
Yes.
But it's not coming out till tonight.
Yeah, like 9 p.m.
9 p.m. is crazy.
Yeah.
What time is it going to be here? 7? I have a bedtime.
I know. When things are released really late, I'm like, 8 p.m. is like the cutoff for me.
Dude, whenever I stayed up to watch Tell Me Lies, I was delusional for like 2 days after that.
Oh, yeah, because it's like released at 11 p.m. our time. And it's like, but like, it's so good, you want to like just watch it.
Right.
But the Chris Brown documentary comes out tonight from, I think it's like from like 8 to 9 or 9 to 10, depending on the time zone.
Is it just one episode? Is it like a one thing?
I believe it's like a one-time thing.
Like just like a documentary, not like a docu-series.
Let me confirm. Let's see. So we have Chris Brown documentary. Is it a docu-series? It's a documentary. Okay. So, yeah, it's a documentary, and it's going to be released today. But it's one thing. They're going to touch on Rihanna, him and Rihanna. Yeah. So I wonder, how in detail they're going to go about that. Yeah. And I do wonder, like, when they talk about this kind of stuff, like in these documentaries, like, do they get permission from like the people in their lives? Yeah. Like, I always wonder. And of course, I know that it's like perceived as a teaching moment. Yeah. That's how they show this documentary. But that must be hard. Yeah,
because it's something that happened so long ago. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm saying that it's so long ago you shouldn't talk about it, but I think it happened so long ago that some people, Rihanna has probably processed and she's probably healed, and she's in a new chapter in her life, the chapter of motherhood. And like, to have this brought up again, I'm just hoping that either they got permission from her, or that maybe she knows that this is coming. So maybe she had time to like mentally prepare for this, because I think that if I was in her shoes, I would probably feel some type of way. Yeah. If I had to relive the moment again, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because a lot of people are going to talk about it now. It's something that a lot of people are going to talk about after they watch this documentary tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's going to be very, like, a lot of news is going to, and I mean, it's already coming out. Like, stuff is already coming out. Yeah. So it's like, the first headline, it was about Rihanna. So I'm like, okay, they're going to, like, bring up a lot of stuff. So it's like, is it going to be, I always wonder if those situations take place where, like, they ask. But then again, I don't think they do, because when Gypsy Rose, just bringing it back to her, when the show was made on Hulu, nobody asked her. Yeah. And I'm like, so how are you going to go?
Eric and Lyle Menendez said that a lot of the show on Monsters, like the things that they showed wasn't accurate, and that that their family and them like didn't agree with them with the show.
I mean, I would be pissed. I mean, I'm not saying that this documentary about Chris Brown shouldn't be coming out, but like in that instance, like I would be so pissed if you're sharing my story, but like you don't even know, you weren't even there. Yeah. And like you're making stuff up. Yeah. But I don't think that situation's going to happen with the Chris Brown documentary. It's more, I mean, and somebody's coming forward. So, yeah. I mean, he's had years and years, years of proven situations that he has done where he has been a horrible human. And like I said, we have said in the last pod, like Chris Brown fans, like they do not care. Like they will support this man through and through, and they're well aware. They're well aware. And
yeah, I've seen people say they could never make me hate you. You know how like that's like a thing.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, I will say like Chris Brown is very talented, but it's wasted talent in my opinion because he's just done some really horrendous things. And it's not, if there was, not that this Rihanna situation is not horrible, okay, because that's not what I'm saying. Had it been an instance where he did something horrendous and he like became a better person,
an isolated incident,
he became a better person and like spent the last 10 years becoming a better person, then I understand people forgiving him. But like he has done this multiple times to multiple women and men. Like he had the situation with Frank Ocean, like he had the situation with Karrueche. Like these are not like rumors, these are all like things that happen. So it's like,
I wonder if they're going to touch on that in the documentary tonight.
I'm sure they will. And the thing is, it's all out there. Like it's all very readily available for anyone. So when people go to his concert and they support him and then they're saying like, oh, like he would be so much more successful had they not dragged him. Like they're not dragging him. This is things he's done. So it's just, I mean, and not even like a few weeks ago or so, like a girl on TikTok came out and said that her friend had been allegedly, you know, sexually assaulted by Chris Brown when they were younger. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's constant information. And of course that one is an alleged situation, but I don't know. I just think it wouldn't be that difficult to believe that he is the person they're saying he is. So I don't know. I just find that hard for people to be such a big fan of him. You can look at any concert. People do not, like they are there because they love him. You know what I mean? But I guess we're gonna have to see tonight.
I guess we are.
I'm excited to see. Not excited.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see what all makes it on the documentary.
Not the wrong word. Not excited. I'm curious to see what they bring up because I wonder how like in depth they go. Because usually with like outside documentaries, they don't go too in depth.
They kind of just touch on the things that the public already knows.
Exactly. And then when you have actually, this is the same producer, director, or channel that came out with Quiet on Set. So maybe they will go deeper. Because that one was intense.
That was very deep.
Intense. But something that happened that I wanted to touch on, moving on from Chris Brown, Chappell Roan. So people
you told me about this.
People have a wide array of opinions about Chappell Roan, and I think she's incredibly talented. She has bops, okay? And she went from like someone who was singing on this like on the street in New York to like selling out like stadiums or not stadiums, selling out like festivals. Like she performed at ACL and it was like the biggest crowd ever.
I know. I saw videos.
Crazy.
It was crazy. I've never like, I guess maybe I haven't seen a video of ACL in a while, but I hadn't seen a crowd that big in a very long time.
Yeah, and like everybody's singing her songs and like, you know,
what's the H.O.
Hot to Go?
Yeah,
no, she has some great songs. Like I actually like when I clean and stuff, like I'll play her music and I'm like, I fucking get it. Like super talented. She is very polarizing because people feel like she's kind of a snob and maybe like entitled. She's a little bit of a diva. But some people think that she's just setting boundaries of herself as an artist, especially a new artist in the industry. But she attended Olivia Rodrigo's Guts World movie premiere. And she was on the purple carpet because it was purple. And she was getting her picture taken. And she stopped and she like went over to a photographer and she was like, you were rude to me at a Grammys after party. You need to apologize to me right now. And people are not happy with it. Like, obviously some people are like, okay, like, you know, he was rude to her. She deserves an apology. But some people are like, read the room. Like, you are not at an event for you. You're at an event for Olivia Rodrigo. Now, the headlines are going to come out. And it's going to be all about you instead of, you know, Olivia. And I do see both sides. Like, I do see her wanting to stand up for herself and not being, you know, ran over in the industry and being like, I'm not going to be like other people may have in the past. Like, I'm not going to play it nice. You're not nice to me. I'm not going to be nice to you. However, I do think that there's a time and a place.
Yes, I have to agree. I have to agree. I think that it's good to set your, you know, boundaries, especially when you're in Hollywood, when you're this big of an artist, when you're, you know, you just took off and you want, you know, certain boundaries set in place so people don't walk all over you. That's completely valid. And I completely understand her for that. However, I do believe that there is a time and a place, and someone else's movie premiere might not be the time and place. But it could be that she was like, hey, I don't know when I'll get this opportunity again. I have to take it now. Or
yeah.
So I see both sides. I just don't, because of the way that Hollywood is and how social media is going to take that, and that's what we're going to hear other than Olivia Rodrigo's, you know, premiere. We're going to hear more of Chappell Roan's, you know, incident. And I think that, you know, that's when you kind of have to like just remember the industry that you're in and how they're going to talk about it.
Yeah, because now she's looking like a diva. Like she had like a meltdown. Like she's spiraling. Like, and I'm like, okay, calm down. It was never. I don't think it was that serious. But everything is that serious. Like when situations like that, people are gonna take it and run.
Yeah.
But I see both sides. And I really like her. But I do see what people say. Like she's gonna be like a 1 year wonder. Like she's gonna be at the top and then she's gonna crash and burn because like she's not taking it in strides. She's like fucking running. You know what I mean? Like she's a
sprinter.
Yeah, she's just like. She's doing a lot in a small amount of time and people are getting overwhelmed. You know what I mean? Like she canceled. She came out and made her little TikToks, which people felt were unhinged. She did this. So it's like you're giving diva behavior even if you're not trying to be.
Yeah.
And I think that people are not going to look past what's right in front of them. They're only seeing that like her being a diva.
Yeah.
They're not like actually looking at why she's saying the things she's saying.
Yeah.
So people are like, oh, she's a bitch. She's that. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't think necessarily that's what's happening, but I feel like people only see what's like 2 inches in front of them. Exactly. So I love her music, but I really don't want that to happen to her.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure she's worked an overnight success, sure, but like 10 years.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Same with Sabrina. Like people were like, oh, Sabrina Carpenter just became famous, but like she's been doing shit since she was like 5.
Yeah.
Okay? So I just want the pop girlies to stay at the top. The girls are running it right now.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. What male artist is taking it right now?
Yeah.
Not a single one. The girls are fucking eating in
Who runs the world?
Every category. We have Taylor Swift at the top of her game. Queen of queens, okay? Beyonce, the queen of queens as well. Then we have Olivia Rodrigo, massive tour, okay? We have Sabrina eating it up in she's in Houston tonight. I'm so sorry I don't get to see her. Whatever. She's eating it up. Every single song on her new album, just phenomenal. Chapel Roan, okay? Selling out. Probably anywhere any venue she is at the moment, she will sell out. Having the biggest crowd at ACL is crazy. I'm pretty sure it was the biggest crowd since Lizzo, and I was in that crowd and Lizzo, and bitch, it was like sardines, okay? I could smell the bitch next to me.
Oh, I could not do festivals
It was actually
anymore.
the worst. It was the worst, but it was such a good experience to hear Lizzo. The girls are just taking it, and I'm proud of them, which makes me wonder, like, those Grammy categories are going to be so female dominated.
I'm excited.
I know it's gonna be great. And then we have Ariana Grande also killing it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see. I don't know if I want to see Wicked, but I'm excited to see what the girls
I'm gonna watch it.
Like when it comes to the Grammys. Like I wonder like who's gonna perform. I know that's like a long time off, but like the competition is gonna be crazy.
I know.
And then we have Billie Eilish. Her newest album.
I love Billie so much. I listen to Wildflower at least 10 times a day.
Such a good song.
I literally, this sounds like so dumb, but at the beginning it would make me cry, and I have literally gone to a point where I have heard it so many times that I am numb to the song.
It's so good.
Like it still hits me, but I don't cry anymore.
Have you ever heard her performing it live?
Yeah.
Girl.
And now, did you see that people were talking about it? Because you know how she says, did I cross the line? And so when she was performing it not so long ago, she didn't say, did I? She just said, I crossed the line. So people are like taking that and like, did she do it on purpose? Because,
Do you know what the story is?
Yes, because she dated her friend's ex-man.
Yeah. And then, like that was like a whole thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's also really young. And he was not young. So I'm like, okay, she made a mistake. Should she have done it? No. But like, she was also really young. I feel.
I think that Billie Eilish has to be my favorite
At the moment?
woman artist. Her voice does something to me. I don't know what it is. Like, not that the other women's voice doesn't do something to me. I think that they're all great, but Billie's voice, there is something about her voice that is so beautiful that to me, no one compares.
Really?
Like, no one compares. No.
Wow. Billie Eilish is fire.
Her voice is she has so much like range. She's just, her voice is so beautiful that I'm telling you, her voice does something to me. Like her music does something to me. I love Sabrina. I love Olivia. I think they're great. Their voices to me don't compare to Billie.
Billie Eilish is very talented. I will say that I remember when she came out with a song with Khalid in like 2018. I remember thinking like, who is this bitch?
Khalid too. Like, where is he?
It has to be noted that Khalid never got the hype that he deserved. Like, he's so talented, and even though a lot of people
Alina Baraz too.
Yes.
I will. That's a hill I will die on.
Yes.
I love her so much. I don't understand why these two artists, because they have songs together.
Yes.
Why they are not more popular.
Yeah.
Like, they need to be at the top. Like, Alina Baraz is like the latest album that she had. Amazing. Like, amazing. I don't understand why. Like, I don't get it.
I think it's all marketing. I think it's like marketing themselves, like, but like a lot of the times, like labels and I'm not saying that you know, they're not doing a good job marketing her. But like, I feel like not enough people know her. Like,
it's illegal that people don't know her.
Alina Baraz is one of the most talented women I have ever listened to.
I love her. I love her so much. Like, I literally love her so much.
And her collabs with Khalid are so good.
Floating. Oh my God.
Bitch. I think that was like my number one song.
I just like, anytime she sings, first of all, she's beautiful. Anytime she sings, like, I swear, like, my body like my soul leaves my body and just like floats.
It feels like you're in a cloud. Every time she sings, it feels like you're in a cloud and like there's just sunshine everywhere. I can't explain it. Or like you're at the beach. Like her voice.
So you guys have not heard of her, please take this as a sign to listen to her music. It is so good.
Yes. That's our very important fact of the day. Alina Baraz, incredibly talented. Go listen to her if you haven't. She's literally beautiful voice. Yeah. And her collabs with Khalid are just some of the best out there. They're like, to me, they're like, you know how Ariana Grande and The Weeknd are to some people?
Yes.
That's what they're
That's exactly what, yeah. Like, their voices just go so well together. They just, if they came out with like an album together, or just even like 4 songs, what is that? Like an EP? I would probably faint.
Yeah, no,
I would pass out.
Their shit is fire.
So their voices just are meant to go with one another.
I agree. That's like something. Did you introduce me or did I introduce you? I think it was like, or like we knew separately.
I introduced you.
Yeah.
Girl, please.
No, I
you know who's also like really, really good now that Ray.
Yes.
Oh my God. No, but not her. Because she's amazing too. I don't understand why she's not more popular.
Somebody broke into her car and stole all her songwriting books, and she's like, album 2 is not going to come out for a while, which I was so really sad for her.
Sabrina Claudio.
Yes.
Sabrina Claudio. Okay, so Alina Baraz and Khalid. Okay. Sabrina Claudio and Zayn. Have you heard their song?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God.
But I'm sure it's fire.
It's literally like the greatest thing. Like, you know how people, I told you, just people's voices make sense. It's called Rumors. Okay. Listen to it.
I shall listen to it. Interesting. Speaking of rumors, though, great little segue to the next point. So, Kendall Jenner is now blonde. Okay. She is recently single. She's not with Bad Bunny, and apparently she's no longer with Devin Booker, but they had been like seen with each other.
Yeah, recently when she was blonde.
Yes. And she attended an event. And Joe Alwyn, Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend, was also at this event. And they took a picture together, and it was on Vogue magazine's Instagram account. And it was like Kendall, Joe, and I'm not going to lie, I don't know who the other person was. So obviously, the Swifties' ears perked up because they were like, what the fuck is Kendall Jenner doing with Joe Alwyn? And I was like, as a Swiftie myself, I'm like, okay, it's not that deep, right? There's nothing there. So then I saw another girlie talking about how Kendall posted a picture on her Instagram, and Joe Alwyn liked it. And it was like a recent picture from that event. And Joe Alwyn and Kendall don't follow each other. So unless that came up on his For You page, he went to look for it.
Or also, if he was tagged by Vogue, he looked at Kendall Jenner, saw her latest post, and liked it.
Yeah.
To get her attention. To maybe get her to follow him.
Maybe. But the girlies are like Kendall Jenner and Joe Alwyn. And
he doesn't... I feel like if you couldn't deal with Taylor's fame, right? Because that was the thing. Like, she was too famous for him or something like that.
That is the rumor.
Okay. If the rumor is correct, I don't know, because I don't know much about Taylor and her relationships, except now her and Travis. I don't think he would be able to deal with Kendall and her famousness.
Yeah. I just, I feel like they're... Oh. Oops.
And I oop.
I think that what happened with Taylor and Joe is going to remain a mystery forever. I think that we're never going to truly know what happened, but I definitely think that he broke up with her. That's what I think. And I think that... I mean, a like on Instagram really doesn't mean much, but a like on Instagram when you're famous, I don't know. Gigi and Kendall are friends. Gigi and Taylor are friends. Kendall and Taylor at one point were friends.
But Taylor and Kim are
not
friends. Kendall and Kim are sisters. Half sisters.
Yeah, so let's say, okay, I don't know if there's actually something going on between them two, but I can see where people's minds were going because like a public like is wild.
A public like is wild, and a public like when you don't follow the person is wilder.
Correct. So then when people were saying like, what is he doing? Like, why is he going after Kendall? Or whatever. We don't know if that's true, but that's the rumors. I do understand, but Swifties, like, this man is never going to know peace. Like, this man can't date anyone else ever again.
He dated Taylor for what, 4 years?
6. So the theories are, these are the theories.
Theory me.
So Taylor writes a lot of her music based on her experience, right? And she has a song called Tolerate It, which is literally like my most played song ever. And this song, I think, made me a Swiftie, where she's talking about how she's with this person who tolerates her, but like she will do anything for them, but all they do is tolerate her. And people say, okay, that it's about their relationship. And if you listen to the song, it's actually like really sad. Like if you like Wildflower by Billy, you're going to like Tolerate It by Taylor. And so people, when they broke up, whatever, people started putting two and two together. Like maybe there's like music that was inspired by their breakup, and people think that maybe he just got tired of like the fame and just like they just got to that point where they were like, you know, there wasn't moving any, like they weren't moving forward. He wasn't proposing to her. They were together for all this time. He definitely did not like to be seen out like by paparazzi. Like everywhere they went, like they were never seen out. Like they were always hiding, and she probably got tired of that. And like she wanted to bloom and be a star. And so when she came out with the Eras tour, it is said, this is all rumors, okay? I don't know if any of this is true, but that he was like not super happy because like she's now gonna go on, she's gonna be like everywhere and anywhere every 5 seconds, and he's gonna have to like deal with that.
What sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think this is what I think. I don't think he could handle being with her, because like think about it, like every inch of your life is going to be evaluated at all times.
But he should have known that before he started dating her.
Yeah, but 6 years ago, now 7 or 8,
she's always been famous,
but she has never been this famous.
I know, but she was always, if he didn't like fame regardless, he should have dated a regular schmegular.
Yeah, but think about it, they had their COVID phase, so everybody was inside, so he probably was thinking that was the way life was going to be with her. And I'm not defending him, because I think that's a really lame excuse, but like that level of fame must be really exhausting when you're not.
And now La Candelaria, like you think it's gonna get any better? You're about to be on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, or what is it called? The
Kardashians, no Keeping Up.
Oh yeah, that was entertainment.
Yeah,
tonight.
I mean, I love Taylor, and I'm glad that she's in like she looks so happy with Travis. So like I'm glad it ended, because he looks like he would he went on stage and performed with her. I would never see a world where Joe Alwyn would do that for Taylor.
Yeah, and you know, I just think that they're just better for each other.
Yeah, Travis looks like he's fun.
He looks like he likes Taylor, because you can love someone and not like them.
That's true.
And he looks like he loves her, but he also looks like he really likes her. And he fucks with her.
Yeah. He's just very like, okay, like whatever, like you want me to go on stage and do this for you?
I think it's because also he himself is like a character. Like he has a strong personality.
Yeah.
And
I bet you they get fucked up and have the best time. Like, she apparently drinks like a lot of wine. That's her thing. She probably gets lit as fuck, and they have a grand old time, like partying it up. You know what I mean? Like, he seems like he's playful. She seems like she's playful.
Yeah. Joe seems like he would get angry that she drank more wine than she should.
Yeah, or that like he probably didn't want to go to this event because like she was gonna have to like be like talked to. You know what I mean? But like I don't know. He just seems more serious, and she seems like she's like the type of bitch that wants to have fun.
When's her birthday?
December 13th.
That's why she's a Sagittarius.
That's why everybody talks about 13 with her. That's why like it's a thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And his birthday,
his sign.
He's June.
Hold on. He better not be a Gemini.
So Travis Kelce.
I think Travis Kelce's a Libra.
October 5th. I made that up.
Travis Kelce's a Libra.
Okay.
Joe Alwyn is a Pisces. Oh yeah. I mean, a Sagittarius and a Pisces is never gonna.
It's never gonna work.
It's never gonna work.
Yeah, I mean,
she's fire. Joe Alwyn is water. Water puts out fire.
Well,
Travis Kelce is air. She's fire. Air makes the fire grow bigger. That's just how to explain it.
Wow. Okay, maybe that's true. I don't know, but
I mean, just look at it.
I believe it. But I don't know if Kendall and Joe are actually a thing. But like,
I'm excited to see what's gonna come out of this.
That would be crazy. Like girl, you just got out of people like literally hating your guts for being with Bad Bunny. This would be a bazillion times worse.
Hey, where's Benito at?
I don't know.
You know, I'm kind of upset. Like, I know that he's probably taking a break, which is like so good for you. But like, I don't know. I missed him. Remember, I texted you this week. I was like, I miss Bad Bunny.
Yeah, he's been. I don't know. He's probably that chilling. Honestly, enjoying his money, enjoying his life, probably hanging out with family.
I love that for him. I just miss him.
Yeah, I miss the music.
I miss Un Verano Sin Ti vibes.
Oh, that was the best so fucking shit. I will never be in a position again, I feel, where I will be that crazy about someone and flying around the fucking continent to see them in concert. That was if I had to put it into numbers, I would be very embarrassed to say it out loud. Let's just say that. I spent so much money.
It is what it is. You had a good time.
It was the best fucking time, though.
Yeah.
It was. if you are obsessed with an artist and they go on tour, just go see them as much as you can if you can afford it. It was the best fucking time. I would have done it a million times again.
Yeah. That Un Verano Sin Ti was just so good.
Yeah, it was iconic. Let's do it again.
What we might not be doing again, or we might be doing for one last time, is Vanderpump Rules.
Yes. Okay. So Vanderpump Rules, we didn't get a season 12 filming like normal.
Yeah.
Okay. It was up in the air. They were saying it was going to happen. It was not going to happen. We were like in that weird limbo.
Yeah.
But now apparently we're in a position where it's.
I love how we say we. We're part of the thing.
Yes. Where it's being filmed allegedly for one last time. How do you feel about that?
Well, I saw Lala talk the other day on my fucking For You page on TikTok at the Jeff Lewis podcast.
Oh my God. Jeff Lewis is so fucking annoying. I'm sorry.
Not as annoying as Lala, though.
Well, 2 peas in a pod.
My God. I just thinking of seeing another season of Lala, it just makes me cringe. Like, I had forgotten about her existence. Like, I did not like the way that she was on the last season of Vanderpump Rules. I didn't like the way that she acted at the reunion. I just didn't like the way that she just was her.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to see her on my screen again. If Ariana's not on the show, I will not be watching.
Yeah. There was a world where I used to love Lala.
I loved Lala. And I just don't know what the fuck happened.
I think Lala came to the conclusion that at the end of the day, this is a job. And she did not give a fuck about her friendship. Like, to her, okay, this is my theory. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. When it comes to Lala and when it comes to everyone that's on the show that didn't start on the show, I think that they see it as a contract.
Yeah.
When it comes to Ariana and Katie and Schwartz and all of them that started from the beginning, like, the show was based on them. They weren't picked to be on the show.
Exactly.
So, like, I don't think that Lala sees it as, like, friendships with these people. She sees it as a job. Like, I show up every day as a job. I'm here because I'm getting paid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think with Ariana, the reason why she's so hurt by all this and not wanting to do anything, because it's her life. Like, it actually happened to her. It didn't happen to Lala. It was a part of her job. And I think that Lala is selfish and she's an idiot. And Lala could have been so liked if she had just picked the right lane.
Yeah, well, you know, she was on the Jeff Lewis podcast and she was talking about how she will never be friends with Ariana again. She will never talk to Ariana again. I'm like, do you think she wants to talk to you? Please be so fucking for real. Anyways, she was saying all those things, but one of the things that stuck out to me, thank you so much for asking, is that she was like, if this would have been me, people would have, you know, been so upset with me. Why are you living in hypotheticals? Why are you living in hypotheticals? It wasn't you. This was Ariana. It is what it is. Move the fuck on.
The thing is, and that brings it back to my original point. Lala did not start on the show. Like, Lala was not season 1, and neither was Ariana. She started season 2.
But season 2 is a lot sooner than Lala, which was what? Like season 4?
4 or 5.
Yeah.
And also Tom was on the show from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like, I'm rewatching Vanderpump Rules right now from the very beginning, and I can honestly say, if I took out season 10 and 11 of Vanderpump Rules, I don't hate Tom with my entire being in this very moment that I'm watching Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
Do I love him? No. Would I ever be attracted to him? Absolutely not. But I do understand why people loved him at the time.
Yeah.
So people
were very big fans of him and Schwartz.
Exactly. So it's like people loved Ariana and Tom because they grew, like, not up with them, but like, my entire 20s, I watched Vanderpump Rules. Like, from the time that I was 20 to the time that I'm 30. Like, I've watched the show for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, you've been watching these people for 10 years. And like, you grow to like be fond of them and their relationships. And like, Lala, no one thought you were actually with Randall. Come on.
Yeah.
Everyone knew that you were, what did she call it? BJs for PJs.
Yeah.
Like, if you hadn't acted like that and acted like you actually liked him,
yeah,
then maybe we wouldn't be thinking that you were doing BJs for PJs, Lala. You told us.
Yeah.
You were bouncing on the D for some coin. Like, you literally said it. And honestly, I'm gonna need everyone to be so fucking for real. Everyone needs to look at Randall and think very long and hard if Lala was doing it because he was a gorgeous man with a kind heart. Because he was not.
Yeah.
And also, he was a horrendous person.
Yeah, I just think that Lala wished that was her. She wishes she was Ariana. Period. That's all it was. There's nothing more to it. You didn't get what Ariana got. You got mad at it. You try to play against Ariana. It didn't land well for you. And now you're stuck here in the same repetitive fucking conversation as to why you won't talk about Ariana when Ariana literally says no fucking words about you. She's onto bigger and better things. And I just hate Lala.
Yeah, it's also like frustrating because I was like you're still concerned with Ariana.
That's what I'm saying. Ariana's on to bigger and better things. She is the host of Love Island. She was in Chicago. She's done Dancing with the Stars. Like, it's Lala. What have you done?
2 years ago, almost.
Yeah,
Like,
just like stop talking about her. And I understand that people are asking her about it, but like she talks about it with so much anger and so much like, oh no, like I'm never gonna talk to her. Like, you know, like just like being I don't know, like ugh, like I just
you
like,
wouldn't have the opportunity.
She talks about it like she is in control.
Yeah.
You think that Ariana wants to have a conversation with you? Be so for real.
Yeah. I find that crazy. I think that Lala, she disappointed me so much. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't need the show to end like this.
Right.
I could have ended the show with hating Sheena and Tom Sandoval, but I didn't need to hate Lala. Like,
Yeah.
Lala disappointed me to, like, me and, like, my best friend, we watched the show forever, Anna, like, we loved Lala.
Yeah.
We loved her. So for her to do this, I'm like, you're so, like, this is so unlike you.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is like her. Maybe I'll rewatch the season and be like, she was always this pick-me girl.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tom Sandoval came back with his podcast, and he talked about Raquel in his first episode back, and I tried to listen to it, and girl...
I saw clips. Apparently, he was talking about how Raquel is the one that pursued him, which I'm not saying that I side with Tom Sandoval, but like I could see a world where Raquel pursued him.
No, I believe him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not shocked that Raquel pursued Tom.
Yeah.
Raquel has one brain cell, and it only points one direction. She can't look to the sides. I'm dead serious. I think Raquel is one of the dumbest women I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Next to Tamara Judge, but you don't watch The Housewives, so you don't know who I'm talking about. But she's literally dumb as fuck. And not only is she dumb as fuck, but like... she's dumb as fuck out loud.
Yeah.
Like, at least be dumb as fuck in private. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I know that people think that's so mean to say, but, like, I don't care.
Yeah. I wonder if now he's going to go on the whole, like, talking about Raquel all the time. Like,
I need to just get through the podcast and listen to it.
Yeah.
Actually listen to it, because, like, I like people's recaps, but, like, I need to listen with my own ears to make sure that I'm, like, hearing him say. But he did, the part that I did hear was him talking about Billy, who he said some things about. She did ask him for sperm to have a baby, but at the time apparently she was like, you know, like place hopping, what's it called, like couch hopping, because
Couch surfing.
yeah, couch surfing, and he would let her stay with him. So there was like a period of time where she was staying with him. So I don't know,
I had forgotten about the whole Billy thing.
I turned it off after that point, because I was like, Victoria was also on it, and I'm like, Victoria, I feel like her and Raquel would be great friends. They would share a brain cell. You cannot tell me.
I know.
Yeah. And people in the comment section of Tom's video, we're so happy to see you happy, Tom. Okay. I was like, I have to get out of here. This is not where I belong. Anyways, speaking of people who irritate me, you know what Tom Sandoval reminds me of?
Who?
Dakota from Secret Life of Mormon Wives.
I know.
They're the same energy.
Taylor and Dakota.
Yeah.
We were like so pro Taylor being without Dakota.
Yeah, because Dakota was portrayed really poorly on the show, whatever they say. But, like, come on.
Yeah.
I think that Taylor is going to be with him
Forever.
I don't think she's ever going to stop being with him.
I just need to know if this is going to play out on the second season of The Secret Lives
Yeah,
of
it
Mormon
is.
Wives, because like I just need
They're
the tea.
filming right now, so yeah.
Oh my God. I just know. I can just see the way that this plays out. Like her like crying, asking him to leave her alone. They need a break. Then him coming back and just...
And she was like, I'll be done with you 100%. Well, yeah, what?
When did she say that?
On the last season when she was pregnant as fuck, and she was like, if this turns out to be true about Jenna, the girl, if he had hooked up with Jenna, she was like, I'll be done with you 100%. She literally said that.
Do you think this was about Jenna?
He definitely like hooked up with some people. There was some rumors in the Reddit. That's where you find the real tea. Okay, Reddit. They know everything about everyone. Okay, they got eyes everywhere. That's a scary place. I only go to Reddit when I'm like mentally prepared.
That's crazy.
People talk about everything in there. They'll find anything. It's a dark place. It's the Reddit gives me the dark web energy on the light web.
Yeah.
That's the vibes like you get in that bitch. Like it really
That's
is
crazy.
That's why when it comes to Reddit, like I literally like I will go and search for stuff and then I'm like, okay, I've scrolled too far. I don't want to know.
Really?
Yes, dude. Yes. They will find everything. Your social security, what you ate for
What?
lunch. Yeah, if you shit your pants in 4th grade, they will know.
That's crazy.
Dead ass. But great respect for people who love Reddit. Mm-hmm. My biggest fear is ending up on Reddit.
Have you looked yourself up?
Yes, I do. I have not ended up yet.
Oh my God. Now I'm scared.
No.
Have you looked at myself?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Reddit is just a
I'm not even important, so it doesn't matter.
either. But yeah, people talk about them in there, and there's rumors that he's the worst and all this stuff. But to be honest, like Zach, Jen's husband, makes Dakota look like a saint.
I know. And they're very much together still.
Oh my God. Jen's not going to leave him, which is annoying as fuck that she's making it seem like she's going to leave him because, like, you're 2 seconds away from pissing me off. You know what I mean? Like, you're one more TikTok away from losing my follow.
If you dance one more time
without your ring,
yeah,
I'm unfollowing you.
Yeah.
Not that my follow matters, but
yeah,
it is
but
what
I'm
it
just
is.
like, girl, don't like either you are together or you're not because she's playing the game, and so are the rest of the girls.
Yeah. But I'm ready for season 2. I love it.
Yeah, I love it so much. I need 20 episodes.
Hulu has been eating.
Yes, they haven't made me question if I want to cancel.
You know who has, though?
Well, actually, it's your subscription.
They haven't made me question if you need to cancel. But you know who has made me question? Because, like, she's pissing me off.
Who?
Netflix.
Yeah. Netflix started making me question whenever they were like, if you want to add your mom, like, a different, like, household, you're going to have to pay extra for her fucking screen.
And then mom's like, why can't I log into Netflix? I'm like, oh, girl,
yeah,
you got to pay.
Yeah.
$7.99.
I know I pay for her.
Oh, you do? That's so nice.
I know, but when she asked me for the password, I'm like, that's your own account now. Like, I can't.
Like, I don't know your password.
Don't know your password. And I hate that when parents are like, what's my password? And then they get mad at you. That's your password.
Bitch, you asked me for the password the other day. So.
Of what? Your account?
Yeah, but like you use it. Anyway,
Netflix.
Speaking of Netflix, Love is Blind season 7, bitch.
Oh my.
These people, where did you find these bottom feeders?
I have said it before and I will say it again. Netflix lost the plot. We are never going to get a Cameron and Lauren ever again. I feel like it's very much about who's going to get the views, who's going to bring the drama, which I understand. We have to bring some sort of drama, but the show is supposed to end in marriage. Like, that's the point.
Yeah.
So, you know, you get like the worst people. So in the last episode, we had Ramses, Marissa, Taylor, and Garrett. And what?
I'm thinking of Ramses' thong.
It wasn't a thong.
Oh, it wasn't?
It was his, either like someone like zoomed in better and like there was no connection.
Oh, there was no like connection to the crack? But honestly, I could see Ramses wearing a thong, so I'm going to choose to believe that's what happened.
So Ramses and Marissa. So it was Ramses and Marissa, Tyler and Ashley, and Taylor and Garrett. And it starts off with Marissa and Ramses. And he's breaking up with her because he's like, your energy is just like too much for me, pretty much.
The vibe is off.
Yeah, the vibe is off. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking loser. And in this, because like, he literally portrayed himself the entire season as this like progressive man, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And he was just like like any other fucking loser that was gonna break her heart. I felt so bad for Marissa. When she cried in that episode, it broke my heart.
Yeah.
It literally broke my heart. The way that she was crying to her mom. Like, we've all been there. Mm-hmm. We've all been where like we've been broken up with and our like it literally feels like we are dying. Like it literally feels like we are dying, and like just hearing her cry literally made me want to cry.
Yeah, you could tell that she really wanted to marry him. But she dodged a fucking
absolutely
bullet.
Like, though I was so sad for her, I was like, I'm so glad that this is happening because he's the fucking worst. He's the worst.
I mean, I wouldn't say the worst. That's because there's worse than him.
I know, but he was bad.
Yeah. I feel bad for her, but she's gonna find the love of her life somewhere else.
Apparently, she asked him to get back together, and he said no.
Yeah,
girl,
I heard that too. I'm like, Marissa, stand up, bitch.
Yeah, like
stand up.
He had 2 rat tails
and a thong.
And a thong.
Yeah, and if it wasn't a thong, then just think it was. Okay.
Yeah, and she's so pretty, and he's like.
He's good looking, I guess, but he's good looking in the sense that he will traumatize the fuck out of you.
Yeah, I don't think he's good looking. I think she's prettier than he'll ever be.
Yeah, because his insides are ugly.
Yeah.
But let's go to the next couple. Taylor and Garrett, no notes, love them. I honestly think that the drama between them was kind of like manufactured.
Did you see his mom kiss him on the lips right before he like walked down the aisle, or after somewhere on the aisle he was kissed on the mouth?
Is that weird?
By the mom at his grown ass age? Yeah, I think so.
Maybe it was like a.
No, I think this is my theory. Okay.
Oh, she's a boy mom.
She's a boy mom. Yeah,
oh no, she was like.
I don't think Taylor's mom wanted. No, not Taylor's mom. Taylor's mom is great. Taylor's dad is great. Love Taylor's family. Garrett's family was nice. I think that his mom didn't want him to get married.
Yes, I think the mom wanted to marry Garrett.
Yeah, and hence the kiss.
I don't think it's that weird to kiss your parents on the lips. Would I do it? No.
No, but I feel like
but not. Was it like a?
It was like he was going for cheek, and she was like mouth.
Ew. Okay, no, I'm only okay with it if it's like an accident. Like it's like a, you know what you know those when you're like saying hi and like it's like we're not touching. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
She was very much giving like don't marry her.
Yeah.
So happy for you. Don't marry her. You know?
Yeah. I'm like, lady, like,
Also, Taylor's dress was fugly. Why'd y'all do her like that?
it gave like
High-low? Jessica McClintock, 8th grade? Yes, dude. It was horrendous.
it gave like just like they cut it on accident and it couldn't go all the way around. Like I didn't understand why that dress.
It was fugly.
She's so beautiful.
They did
why
her
that
dirty.
dress?
It was Garrett's mom.
Yeah.
Dude, there's
Yeah.
no way. Like, they literally...
I loved Taylor's family though. They were super sweet and they have all the same anniversary, 13.
Yeah. And plus, Taylor is like 10 times hotter than Garrett. So, like, good job.
Yeah. Someone said that Garrett looked like Kobe.
Brian?
Yeah. They
What?
said that on Facebook. The shit I find on Facebook
Okay,
sometimes.
Facebook is a strange place, okay? I don't go there.
Let's talk about Tyler and Ashley. I cannot believe...
Why did nobody tell Ashley? The fact that nobody, okay, nobody.
She said there was a part where she was like, I fucking wrote it down because I was judging her hella hard. She
Dude,
said
she's too pretty to be doing this.
she said that her intuition her intuition is insane. Get it checked out, girl, because no, it's not. Like she was like, my intuition is insane, so like I'll know if something's off.
She couldn't sense the kids.
The intuition was only like what?
The fact that like no one told her, like,
So someone in my comment section said that what if they did tell her?
well, what do you mean?
So okay,
So she's like a ride or die, like an actual.
So,
No.
okay, so Tyler and Ashley. Tyler did not tell Ashley that he had kids. We find out as we're watching the series that he has 3 kids and he's not just a sperm donor. Ashley decides to marry Tyler. She was saying yes, even if this man came with 10 kids, okay? She was like, I'm saying yes. And he was like, he had to say yes. You know what I mean? But now I'm wondering, like, so someone said maybe, because I said, okay. And then she said, I'm just kidding. They were talking about how I had talked about how like the family was there and how no one said, hey, where are Tyler's kids? You know?
Yeah.
And someone said, well, what if they did tell her, she just chose to marry him anyway?
Well, then she's an idiot.
I know.
She's way too pretty to be acting like this.
I know. And he's not attractive.
He also owes a lot of money. His ex-girlfriend sued him because he owed her money.
That's crazy. So now Ashley's going to have to pay up.
Dude,
When she was saying I do, I was so mad.
I
was
told
like,
you she says
be so for real.
dude, I saw online that she was going to say yes, and I was like, Ashley, no.
I know.
And then she was defending him. Like,
So you think they're still together?
yes. I think she's going to take on the 3 kids and the credit card payments and the suing. And I feel like she is.
Why?
Because she's a
not
ride or
love.
die. She said it in her little line.
What line?
You know the little line that they have on their picture when they, like, 27... I don't know, physician or whatever, and they have like, red flag if he has, you know, webbed toes. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Webbed toes?
I'm just thinking of my red flags. Like, I don't know, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And she wrote hers was
Like,
ride or die.
Yeah, like she's a ride or die. And I'm like, fuck, why would you say that?
Fucking Ashley, dude.
Fucking Ashley, dude.
I'm excited for the reunion though. That's going to take place on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see, you know, Leo and Brittany are coming back, which is so crazy because like, it got so much worse that I forgot about Leo. Like,
Honestly, best case scenario for you because you were so fucking annoying and like everyone forgot. Like,
yeah, like we literally all fucking forgot about your existence because everybody got progressively worse. And you sucked.
yeah, like in comparison, you're the best.
Yeah, like Leo's great.
It's so crazy because like if you think about it, like Steven was fucking drunk texting and then saying that it was last night when it was today and he was sending filthy. I need Monica to tell us what she was saying.
Yeah,
I know that man was sending weird messages.
Yeah.
He seems like a freak. Not to, you know, yuck anyone's yum. If you, because he brought up pegging.
Yeah.
Did you see that? When he was
Yeah.
like, yeah, pegging. And she was like, no. And he was like, oh, okay. He was like pulse checking if she was down. And Monica is not the type of bitch.
Yeah.
Like Monica does not give me pegging energy. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I do not see Monica pegging anyone. You know?
Yeah.
She's the type that like says things like, I want to make love. That's the type of energy she gives me. Not pegging.
Yeah.
You know? Or maybe she is. We don't know.
Yeah.
But then we have Ramses who's wearing a thong and ruining Marissa's life. Okay? Literally.
And Nick. Oh, Nick is not terrible, but
Nick can't boil water, but I guess it makes sense.
I wonder if Hannah's like, I should have picked Leo.
No, Leo's annoying as fuck. I would only do it for the money. Only do it for the money. But I don't know how long I would be able to do it. You know what I mean? Leo's the kind of man who's annoying as fuck in any scenario, but everyone knows he has money, so they have to tolerate it.
Yeah.
The people like that are annoying. And then we have Tyler with the 3 kids.
Yeah. It all got so bad.
And then Garrett's the only one that's safe.
Yeah.
But he does have a weird mom, so there's that.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and weird in-laws. Like, all the stories that I read, I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, when they decide to cast for Love is Blind, it's like they choose the worst men they've ever seen, and they choose women who are like pretty great. And they're like, let's see what you guys are like together.
Yeah.
Or is the dating scene really this bad?
I guess. But you know what? It's like, if that's a different experiment, then call it something else. You know what I mean?
Love
like,
is Not Blind, season 8. Love is Not Blind.
I need Nick and Vanessa Lachey to come with the right questions.
They never do. They never do. They always fail. They always do wrong.
They pissed me off.
Last time they did better.
Who was last time?
It was them too. It was always
No. Who was in the
Chelsea
and AD?
Yeah.
AD and Clay. I saw that AD and Clay could be back together.
No.
I know.
Clay is for the streets.
Okay? I know.
At the highway.
Yeah.
Okay?
He is on the toll.
Him and Tyler give me the same energy. Liars. Liars.
Also, Izzy. Was it Izzy or Iggy?
Izzy.
He had broken up with Shelby. They had gotten back together.
Shelby broke up with Izzy because he cheated on her.
And then they got back together.
And then her dumbass got back together with him.
After going on a whole ass episode with the other Shelby. Was it Shelby?
No, with what's her name? Stacy. Oh my god, they went on a podcast. They talked shit about Izzy the whole time. And I was like, yes, girl power. And then this bitch got back together with him.
And then they're broken up again. I need Izzy to just like take some time.
Yeah, he's sober now, so maybe that'll help him.
Well, he said that there's been relapses.
Oh, okay. And that season was in Houston.
Yeah. I like wonder if I'll ever run into him.
I don't know.
You don't go anywhere. But
no, I will not be running into anyone. If I run into anyone, it's because they've broken into my home.
If I run into him, we're like, you want to go on my podcast?
No, I've talked shit about him on TikTok, so I don't think he'd want to come.
You think he'll do the research?
If I was going on someone's podcast, I would do the research. But I don't know. Izzy seems...
You know, I really liked him on... What was it?
Perfect Match?
Yeah.
But that's because everybody else was so much worse.
It was a Leo situation.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like Leo.
Yeah. I mean, Garrett is... In my opinion, Garrett seems nice.
Yeah.
The only issue is probably like the mom.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm sure they're happy.
Yeah.
But then again, you do have to take into consideration... Okay, the kiss, weird. But like, your... mom and dad would be like, are you fucking for real? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they would judge us.
They would... If I told dad that I was getting married on Love is Blind, he'd be like... No, you're not. Actually, that's a lie. That's not happening. I'm not going on TV for your dumbass.
Mom would cry.
100%. And she'd be like, this is not happening.
Yeah. She would not be on the show.
No, absolutely not. Which is fair. Like, this is a wild thing to do.
Yeah.
You're marrying someone.
I just think of mom and it would just be so...
She would be horrified.
Yeah.
She'd be like, esta generación. You guys are so bad. It's because there's influencers. She's like, Beyonce did this? Anyway. But yeah, we'll give you guys the recap of the reunion. I'm excited to see what happens, but thank you guys so much for listening. This is episode 23, our Jordan podcast. If you guys want to keep up on TikTok and Instagram, it's at Morning Chisme Podcast, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Guys.